Welcome to Redefining Language. I am ever, as always, Caledorn. And I am joined by Katherine, as per usual. It would be weird if I had anyone else with me here. Could be interesting, though.
We could invite people as a guest. You never can tell.
We should do that at some time. That would be fun,
That
actually.
might be fun.
Yeah. I like that idea. Have a third person in here try to help you trying to define the language.
Oh, that would be good. Yes, give me some hints and clues since you refuse to do so. You're so cruel. Oh dear.
Yeah, I know. I'm a tyrant. You know.
A tyrant, yes.
So, would you like to explain to the viewers or rather the listeners, what we're doing?
Absolutely. We are going to play a game inspired from an interaction I had with my mum, who speaks 4 different languages, and English was her 4th. Every now and again, when she says something, she forgets a word and inserts one in either Russian, Polish, or German. Sometimes I understand the word, but most times I end up with a puzzled expression and have to try to divine the meaning. This program is all about discovering the meaning of words in different languages, or failing that, at least providing an all of the words in the description. Oh my God, pardon me. I've messed up my intro and it's actually right in front of my face here. The words are in the description below so you can play along with us. All of this program is improvisation, as you can probably tell. I haven't seen the word list and do not know what Caledorn will present me with. So good luck to me. May the Yek be with me. I've never blessed myself before. That was kind of interesting.
I'm not sure if that works, but at least messing up the intro proves as a promising start for the episode.
You think it's promising? Oh dear, I'm not sure. Or are you being sarcastic in that comment? Because it's hard to tell.
I would never be sarcastic. Meow to you too.
Maybe he's giving me the blessing of the Yek, or the blessing of the Mao, i.e. the rope. Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course, the rope. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, ish.
Sure. The first word is in Hindi.
Hindi. Oh, this is exciting to get new languages. Yes, I'm ready for this. Oh,
Baarish.
Yes. Baarish.
Or Baarish.
Baarish. You know, it very much sounds like a Russian name. Like
a Russian name?
Yes, Boris or Boris in English. But they call this name is Boris. Baarish is kind of, has like more shui overtones. I'm not sure if shui is a word, but we can go with that for now. Or it could be sort of like an adjective to say something is resembling or close to the appearance or feeling or sound or smell of a bar. It's sort of barish in a way.
I'm sure that's exactly what they do in India.
Yes, well, I agree that it may not be a word from India. Maybe, Indian people had moved onward to somewhere where there were lots of bars and they decided to have a different kind of establishment and make it more barish than whatever it was supposed to be. Like it could have been a sort of, maybe they were farmers, right? And they decided to have a sort of a juice stand. But instead of being like a lemonade stand, they would have, on tap, like papaya juice or corn juice or something like that. And they made it more barish than a typical lemonade stand. And then maybe they reintroduced the word back to India. You never can tell. Yes, we're going to go with that. I think that's the better definition.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm afraid that there are no dings coming up here. Baarish is the Hindi word for rain.
Rain. Well, it did have to do with liquids. I was very close in that regard.
Now you're grasping for straws to get points here.
Yeah. We need straws. Lots of. Remember, I mentioned the farm. There's lots of straw on a farm, generally.
Indeed,
Oh, yes.
indeed. The word was suggested by DemTacs, so thank you, DemTacs, for suggesting.
Thank you very much.
Interesting word.
Awesome.
The next word is Danish, which always makes me a bit.
We've had requests for more Danish. I had
Yes.
a comment the other day. Yeah.
Yes, I assume they like to hear my.
Oh yes, I'm sure they do. I would like to hear it as well.
Kaerlighed.
Really? I almost died when you said that. Good Lord. I was waiting for more. Would you mind terribly much saying it again?
Kaerlighed.
Okay. Oh, gosh. You're just not pronouncing it quite the way I would have expected. Because I would have been a little bit more, enunciate the words a little bit more hardly.
Danish is all about not being hard in the pronunciation. Danish went the entire other way when it came to pronunciations than all the other Germanic languages, perhaps with the exception of some Icelandic. So Danish is all pardon to the Danes, but that's how it sounds to most people. Perpetually drunk.
So they've gone to this sort of French-ish way of doing Germanic languages. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, actually,
like smoothing them over.
Yes, that is actually a very good description. And they used to be good friends with the French as well.
Oh, well, that's where they got it from, no doubt. Right. So let's have the word again, please.
Kaerlighed. No, that was wrong. Kaerlighed.
Well, to me, it sounds like you're saying in a very smoothified way, carry here. Kind of like, let's take this somewhere. Let's carry something there. But I think there's an L in there involved. Again, we're confusing R's and L's. It's pretty rough. Are there L's in there? Yes. Well, I don't know what Cali here is. So I might have to revert to completely misunderstanding it. All the Danes are probably wondering, what is KOS going to say next? And I have to tell you, KOS doesn't even know what KOS is going to say next. This is most perplexing. Kelly here. Yeah. This sounds like, you know what, I hate to say this, but to me the word sounds like the words of a dying man as he's crawling through the desert and he can't even speak anymore. And it's just like the words are sort of flowing out from his mouth onto the sand in this sort of endless desert that he's dying from. And they're just sort of like soaking into the sand. It's a rough time. It's a really rough time. So we're going to go with that. Are you okay over there?
I'm just fine.
It's okay if you laugh out loud. You're very silent when you laugh recently. I've noticed this. And it makes me feel like I'm underappreciated because I'm like, are you laughing or not? Because I am trying to be funny over here. I'm really doing my best.
It's
Is that what it is?
It's love.
Oh my God. Well, you have the word sheet in front of you. I don't. Oh boy.
That is kind of the point.
That up or not? How is that one spelled?
Kaerl. So there's an R and an L together.
Oh, there's both. Oh, that's what confused me. If I had known that, I would never have guessed that.
No, of course.
I-G-H-E-D.
Kaerlighed.
I wonder, though, about the state of Danish society if love is so hard to spell. But then they might just subscribe to the fact that love is a very complicated thing. That could be too. Well, I wish all the Danes very good luck with their love interests, because that is most interesting. Who suggested this word?
Kåirøbæn.
Thank you very much. All right.
Okay, we are going to Asia.
Asia, nice.
And we are going to a Korean word.
Oh, right.
Salanghae.
Salanghae-ish?
Yes?
Salanghae. Well, I know what a sarong is. Sarong is a garment that you would wear. Kind of made out of one long piece of fabric, and you could no, so that's a different thing. A sarong is more of a skirt kind of thing. No, it is made out of one long piece of fabric. It's a skirt that you sort of tie around yourself. I think I'm getting the definition wrong, which is why I'm hearing the laughter bits from you. Half a laughter. But yeah, I would say a saranghae is it could be the description of an outing where you might wear a sarong. Say we're going to the mall or stroll along the beach. Yeah, it's a saranghae day, It's relaxed.
I love you.
Oh, dear me. Right. Is this going to be another cat day?
Thank you to How to Do It for suggesting this most pleasant word.
Indeed. It is a very pleasant word. I wish I had gotten it correct. I'm sensing a theme. I wonder what my next guess will be.
We are going to Norway now.
Oh dear.
And the word is Skjelett.
Skjelett. Should I guess love?
No.
I should not. Did I get a ding for that?
No.
Before I guess. No, I didn't. Skjelett. Of course, we have razor blades here.
I was waiting for that.
Skjelett could be Gillette with the sh at the beginning of it. Actually, the funny thing is I live in Wyoming, and I believe the Gillette company started out here in Wyoming. There's a town called Gillette, and I think that's where they had their first headquarters, if I'm not mistaken. I might be, but I think that's where it came from. Now back to Skjelett. This sounds, for some reason, it makes me think of roof tiles preventing hail from entering a house. Or we could go with the razor blade definition, or we could try again with love and make sure the dinger isn't broken. No. Skjelett. I don't know why I keep thinking about like roof tiles. That's completely wrong. No, it's probably not right. Are any of these moderately dingable or possibly with the big stretch of language ishly dingable? No. Right. Is it a noun or a verb?
It's a noun.
It's a noun, so it's a thing. A Skjelett.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Yes, Skjelett might be a thing shortly. Who knows? Skjelett. It could relate to shearing of sheep, and a Skjelett is the sort of the shears. I think you're going to have to give up. I haven't heard this word before.
No.
Skjelett. I'm sure I know what is it. Is it something that I might know, or is it like an outer space item that like a Vulcan might have that I wouldn't know as part of his personal property or something?
I hope Vulcans have it as well.
Oh, could it be like ear caps, like little pointy things that have tassels on them or something?
It's a skeleton.
Can you imagine Spock? What?
It's a skeleton.
Oh, nice. Skjelett. I would never have guessed that, but I should have, because we've been both recently playing Machiavellian, and I have to say I've been watching your series with great interest. It is hilarious. I love the way you're talking to your minions. Oh, Tish, come back home and come and eat your brains. It'll all be good. You take care of them so well.
Tish doesn't eat brains. Tish eats bones. Tish is a skeleton. Or a Skjelett.
I know. I forgot what she was. She's a Skjelett. Oh, fancy me forgetting that. Anyway, I forgot what sort of species of undeadness that Tish was, but I enjoy you talking to Tish. It's very adorable and cute. It's so funny.
And thank you to Jaiel for suggesting Skjelett.
Thank you, Jaiel. That was most interesting.
So we are going to Dutch.
Dutch, all right.
Kattenbak.
Kattenbak.
Or Kattenbak. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, that makes a difference.
No, it's
Kattenbak or Kattenbak.
It's Katzenbak.
With the Z in it? With like a Z? Or an S? Does it have an S? Hello?
I'm here. I'm not answering your questions.
Oh, you're not answering me. Okay. You should have just been Borg and said access denied or something. Or the Borg do not speak to you today, or whatever. Katzenbach, or it could be Kattenbach. Somebody mentioned to me that cat is cat today in, was it Danish or Dutch? I can't remember. But in any case, it could be either, because I think probably both Danish and Dutch people have the privilege of owning cats, just like Norwegian and American people do, and many other people.
Indeed.
Katzenbach or Kattenbach. Well, the thing about it is that cats are very fond of music, and I have no doubt that they are familiar with the works of Johann Sebastian Bach. So Katzenbach would be one of these sort of compound words that's like, you just say in passing, hey mom, can you Katzenbach? Basically indicating that Araminta has a desire for a symphony and, put on the Bach recording. Yeah. Katzenbach. Makes perfect sense.
Of course. Alternatively, it could be the kitty litter box.
Actually, I was thinking about box, and I'm like, why would they say cat in box? And then I thought, no, they surely wouldn't have a word for that.
But they do.
Who suggested that?
The Hazard of Life.
Ah, thank you, Hazard of Life. That was great. I should have guessed that better. I literally was thinking of box, and I thought, surely that's too simple, like a cardboard box. I wasn't thinking about the litter box, but I was thinking like cardboard, because they do love their box.
They do.
Oh, yes.
But then you got half a ding, since you were talking about
cats. I got
cats.
half a ding, yes.
Yes. So we are going to Yiddish.
Okay.
And the word is Shlimazel.
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 Yes.
Right. Shlimazel. Well, I wish I knew what a mazel was, because there's a mazel tov that I've heard about before, even though I don't know what it means. I mean, I think it's a word said in celebration. I know that. But what that word could be means who knows what. And if it's related to Shlimazel, also I have no idea. So we're going to try to ask for the blessing of the Ek and try to figure out this. Oh my God. Because a Shli is something that sounds like it comes from Dr. Seuss books. I can't imagine what a Shli is, but it does rhyme with flee, as in to run. So maybe a Shli is related to run. This is becoming a very non-logic connectable word here.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Katzenbach, where clearly it's about music, but Shlimazel. Do you know if it's related to Mazel Tov?
You are asking me for hints again?
Am I? No. I would never do that. No, I don't think so. Yuck. Shlimazel.
However,
go
without giving a hint, Mazel Tov is also Yiddish, so...
Oh, I know that's Yiddish. Yes, I was aware of that. I wouldn't have asked you if I had known a word in like Japanese or something.
Then your question might be redundant.
No, I think it is. Well, the thing is, the question is valid, but the Borg are not providing any answers. Oh dear. Shlimazel, right. Well, mazel sounds like nozzle. So if we're talking about fleeing from a nozzle, it could be... Well, this relates to the other question we had yesterday, actually. Fleeing from a nozzle would be sort of a summer activity where you're running under the sprinkler. Yeah, Shlimazel is the act of playing in a sprinkler. Yes, it's a summertime word. We're clear on this. Yes.
Okay. Well, Mazel Tov or Mazel Tov, I think it actually is Mazel Tov. It means congratulations or good luck.
Aha.
But Shlimazel, that is someone with constant bad luck.
Ah, so mazel must be luck then.
Mazel...
Shli must be the bad kind of luck.
Exactly. I think
that's very cool.
Yep. Wally 1169, thank you for the excellent
suggestion. Thank you, Wally. That was really fun. Cool.
Now we are going to Japanese.
Oh dear. I don't know any Japanese word actually, but we'll have a go.
Ikigai.
Ikigai?
Yes. Ikigai.
Well, I know that it doesn't, but it could be an Ikigai. like a creepy guy or an icky guy. Ikigai. I mean, it's of course, many Europeans pronounce I as E. So when Americans would say icky, they might say iki. So it's an icky guy, clearly. That's my best guess, considering I definitely don't speak Japanese. But I would probably imagine it's some kind of form.
Some kind of?
Form of food, like a sushi dish or something.
It means reason to live.
Right. However, considering my proclivities, that part of the reason for my life is to seek out better snacks. That actually works out very well, doesn't it?
Grasping for straws again, are we? Yes.
No. You know that this is a fact. I mean, I think that being a food explorer is a very good reason to live and figuring out what you like. Ikigai, yes, great. Now I know how to describe this.
The extended explanation of the word is that it is one's purpose in life that gives meaning and happiness. And the word suggester was Alex from Rise of Industry. Big call out to Alex.
Right.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you very much, Alex. That was really cool, and I should have known that. I think I should have known that, but I have forgotten. My brain only has like 2 bits of memory. We already talked about the brain RAM.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
So we are moving on to German.
Okay. What have the Germans got for us today?
The Germans today has Kirschblüte.
Kirschblüte?
Kirschblüte.
Kirschblüte. Ish.
Kirschblüte.
Kirschblüte. I've still not got it right. Right. Kirschblüte. I don't know why I think of Blüte as well, of course there's in English blue, but I keep thinking bloated. Or ballooned, or like a blimp kind of a thing. Are there any dings happening? Do let me know if there's a ding.
Let you know if there's a ding.
Are there any so far? and a Kirsch. What the heck would that mean? Uh, Kirschblüte. Oh dear. Yeah. I find it interesting that the only ding-ish I've gotten has been on the cat subject. Pretty obvious. This is getting dismal for the KOS. But I hope everyone is enjoying this.
But remember, this is not about winning. This is about entertaining.
This is true. This is true. No, I'm glad. Well, the thing is, I'm very glad I don't have any competition because it would be most interesting.
You think any other competing person who doesn't know any of these languages would do better than you in entertaining?
I don't know. Well, the question is, would it be a question of ding to win, or would it be a question of entertainment to win? And then we need like a voting system.
And any kind of ding to get the word correct is of course nice, but I would say that the entertainment value is much more important than actually getting the word.
I certainly hope so.
After all, we are redefining language. We're not trying to guess language correctly here, right?
Who cares what it means in the first place?
Well, obviously, if you know what the word is, you have to tell us, of course. So
that's true. Oh well, I know that. I mean, we already discussed about the cats in loving Bach. That's right. You're right. We need to redefine this. So Kirschblüte. Oh my God. I'm going to say it's, yeah. Right. I'm going to go with Blüte as being bloated or blimp-like or... Oh God. This is probably another word for love or something. Maybe a person has a big heart. I don't know. But more seriously, we need to define this very seriously. That would be the feeling after you've eaten a large meal. So your Kirsch kind of, we're thinking of a Kirsch maybe as a sort of a shirt or pants, specifically pants that are tightly fastened around one's waist. And when you have Kirschblüte, they are hurting you very much. You may not even be able to sit down because you've eaten a meal of such proportions that you're feeling a little bit like exploding. Yes.
Are you looking at your OBS at the moment?
I am.
Can you describe the picture for me?
Yes. It is rectangular and at 1080p, and it says KOS on it, and it says 7. It says redefining language, and there's some names that Katherine and Caledorn present. Mm-hmm. And there's a random picture behind it.
and what exactly is in that picture?
There appears to be a tree
mm-hmm.
that is pink, and it might be a sakura tree, as you said. Is it a sakura tree?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so yes, and then behind that there's the blue sky.
No.
And behind
we are focusing on the tree. We are focusing on the tree.
Stuff beside the tree.
Yes, but we are going to focus on the tree. What is the tree doing in that picture?
It's blooming and blossoming. So Kirschblüte must be blossoming.
Almost. It is cherry blossom.
Ah, cherry blossom. Very nice. Oh, that's a good word.
It is.
Kirsch is cherry. Right.
Yes.
No, but blossoms also get bloated and sort of burst into petals. They do. They get fuller and fuller until they burst into petals. And then every bird sings a song and all the pollinators are happy. It's like, yo, there's breakfast.
We have 3 more words, my dear.
Okay.
So thank you to Maldovin for suggesting Kirschblüte.
Thank you very much.
We are remaining in German. And the next...
Is that a wise thing?
Yes, it is most entertaining. I like this German. It's very funny. Spannung.
Spannung.
That was quite perfect.
You built up to this word, but I'm looking at the Spannung thing, and it's not as entertaining as I would have thought.
I didn't build up to anything.
Well, you said it's most entertaining, and I was expecting something along the lines of that.
The German language, the German words, and your definitions of that is what is most entertaining.
Are you saying that this word is boring in that case?
No.
Spannung. Spannung. Right. I wonder if it has to do with cherry trees at all. And now I'm like searching the picture for hints. Spannung. It sounds to me like the English have a word for wrench, which is spanner, spanner, which might be, or it could be Spannung in German. What is it?
What it is?
What it is?
It is tension, suspense, or voltage. And it actually has a few other different definitions as well. This is a word with many, many definitions.
Interesting.
Yes, it can be pressure, tension, strain on a rope, friction, eagerness, fixture, suspense, tenseness, force per unit area, take-up, voltage, electric tension, clamping, and so forth.
See, if only I had guessed force per unit area.
Indeed. Why did you come up with that? It's so simple.
I have so many options here.
Yes.
And I couldn't come up with any of them. That is, I should get a negative ding for that. That's really rough. This was too easy a word.
And I'm sure you'll be happy to know that Melerion was the suggester of the word.
Oh my god, Melerion is so good at stumping me on these words. Thank you, Melerion.
We shall stay within the Germanic languages as we go back to Norwegian.
One, that's 3 in a row.
No, within the Germanic languages as we are going now back to Norwegian.
You said the word jur and I like, oh
yeah,
no,
and you just
please,
interrupted me most rudely.
Help, I'm being repressed.
By Germans?
By Caledorn.
So, blue appelsin.
Blue appelsin. Right.
Close enough.
Yes. Well, I heard there's an apple in there. An appelsin. Isn't that a French word-ish? No, it's not. I think it's cherry blossoms again. Or apple blossoms, either one. Some kind of fruit trees are going off.
You get 1/10 of a ding here now.
Oh dear. Go ahead.
Blood orange.
Blood orange.
Yes. Blue, blood, appelsin, orange.
Interesting. Okay. Appelsin. Is that French or is it another word? It could have been actually maybe Russian. I have to ask my mom about that because that word just for some reason sticks in my mind. Appelsin or some form of that.
It is a loan word from the late 17th century from either Dutch Low Saxon, or German Low German. It more or less means an apple from China.
An apple from China. Yes. Well, that makes sense. Well, you know
in
how
French,
the French are about. Yes.
In French, they have this pomme de Cine, apple from China. Yes.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
But I'm not sure if that is what the French actually use nowadays for
apples.
For oranges. We're not talking about apples.
Oranges. Oh. Sorry, I was on an apple kick there. I think that I know that. I think my mom. I'll ask her about this, about the apple scene. It might be similar in Russian.
Could be.
Okay, so blood oranges. Thank you very much. And who suggested that one?
Myself.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Caledorn. That was most interesting.
You are most welcome. The final word, I have to listen to this, is Latin.
Ah, tasty.
Subductis supercilicaptor.
I like how you said that in a Russian accent.
Subductis supercilicaptor.
Supercilicartor.
Carptor.
Carptor. Carp. Carptor.
Subducti
Well, that makes all the
supercilicarptor.
My God, I'm gonna have to write this down. All right, I'm gonna write this down because I have no idea. Subductis, right?
Subducti supercilicarptor.
Supercilicarptor.
Tor.
Well, that makes a huge change.
In Latin, yes.
Supercilicarptor. Oh my goodness. Well, now I could give you a more educated guess, but I'm looking at this word and it gives me some funny ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So I first thought it might relate to eco, actually. I guess it sort of could still. Because I thought it was Kartdor at the end. And there are many people who are superbly skilled at killing their carts. Super killy cart doors.
Super killy cart doors.
They drop them off of bridges and land in the ocean. Which was again is subductus supercilicarptor, cart door, pardon me. But since it's a carptor, I'm guessing that these are fish traps.
Oh.
So these are traps where you obviously you catch the fish, and there's subduction under the water, kind of thing. Yeah. This makes perfect sense. This is a very logical Latin word. Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, logic is definitely part of this.
Yes.
Mm.
Can't wait to see what this word is.
The word defines Spock.
Okay. Defines.
It is also the longest known Latin word.
Wow, this is a very word. It could describe a haircut, like straight bangs across the front. Or it could describe the pointed ears. But I have to say, like you said, it's about logic. Maybe a person who is unemotional. Or subdues emotion. Represses them. Help, I'm being repressed. There's the emotions from the ego. Oh no. Oh yes.
Well,
Oh yuck.
Oh yuck. I have to say that you're making some very good guesses here, but what really defines Spock is of course his eyebrows and the way that he raises them whenever he finds a fault. And that is exactly what it means, an eyebrow raising fault finder.
Really?
Yes. It's a brilliant word.
That is a brilliant word. I love that word.
It is apparently from Aulus Gellius Attic Night or Noctis Atticae. It can also mean, or it would probably more translate into an ultra-critical person, but literally the words are eyebrow-raising fault finder.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I like that. That is an awesome word and a fantastic ending.
I thought so as well.
Podcast. Lovely.
The word was suggested by Excaliburner123, and when he suggested it, I said to him that I would add it into a future episode until I discovered what the word meant. Then I just had to add this as the last word in this one. So he should be most pleased.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you so very much.
Also, at the end of the episode, I think it is also very important for me to mention the fact that I don't care what you Americans say. As I told you in the last episode, aluminium. Aluminium.
I think he means aluminum. Yes.
No. Aluminium.
I'm providing a translation for everyone who doesn't know what you're saying.
Heretic.
Well, you're just buying extra vowels.
There is also extra consonants in there, so
Yes. Too many, probably. You need a truck to carry them around.
There's only 2. You don't need a truck to carry 2 letters. So, do you have any any famous last words?
I discovered today that the U.S. Postal Service is making scratch and stamps, and I can't wait to get some.
You discovered that they're making what?
You know, scratch and sniff stickers? They used to have them. They're making scratch and sniff stamps. I think it's out June 20th or July 20th, some 20th of something. I'm going to buy some, and I might send somebody a postcard with them.
Final last words indeed. No, famous last words indeed, sorry.
So I was like, wow, why hasn't this been a thing before? I was very entertained.
The next thing we're going to get is probably smellotrons, and that will be the end of it all.
Yes, it will be the end of it all, that's for sure. Especially if we can broadcast smells all over the place.
Oh dear, yes.
Very unpleasant. I mean, you could have people working their computers sitting in a swamp or something somewhere.
Never mind
the electricity hazards. But man, can you imagine smelling that humid air and the sweat of crocodiles? No. Or alligators, not really crocodiles. Well, you wouldn't have crocodiles like in Louisiana or something, because there are alligators.
Technically, if you're dealing with a really established nerd, I think you would prefer the stench of the swamp to what it would stink in the cave of the nerd. It all depends.
I was trying to avoid the cave of the nerd. But yes.
No offense to any nerds out there.
No offense to any nerd. No, we
I have
understand.
A deep respect for all nerds.
Yep.
Yes,
we like nerds.
That. Yes. So I think that's it for today. Thank you all for joining us, and take care of yourselves and each other. And please do continue to suggest more words, because this is ever so entertaining.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.